Okay, welcome to what now is the final episode of Legend C8. I had a, well, it wasn't necessarily an issue, but it was a thing. I kind of fucked up when I said that. I don't even know if I did it. Did I say that last episode was the last episode? If I did, oops, because it isn't. We are in the post game, and there is still. I'm in the wrong menu. There's still two things we need to do. We need to figure out where Yveltal and Xerneas are. The one that gives, the one that takes. So let's just do this. And I've also seen quite a few secret boss battles and such with Lysander. I will not be doing that because they take a ton of time. To do on screen, of course. I will be doing it like so. But that'll be about it with what I'll be doing. But let's see. The only good thing we've got to offer is our location. You have one other nasty drink? Grizel, I do wish you would be so quite scandal in your sales pitch. We saved the whole dang city with him. You think we still need to stand on the ceremony? So what do you want today? Yeah, sure. Yveltal and Xerneas, yes. Thanks for yet another reminder of all the ways we messed up back in the Team Flare days. If you're facing either of those two, we'll help you out. Okay. But if you aim to take on the AI, I think it would be wise to reach out to the good people of Quasar to go first. Meet us at okay. I hope they're not gonna make us run stupid errands. It's stormy as fuck out here. Which is annoying as shit, because I don't know if you can hear it, but there's quite a few raindrops coming down. And they are annoying! By the looks of it, if I am looking at my mic meter, I don't see any DBs popping up there, so we should be good. There's also quite a few side quests that I still need to do. When I take a look at the side quests over here, there's still like 6 or something that I need to, maybe even more. Yeah, I need to do an Everlock quest. I do have the Everlock. I got rid of the Auroras. I need to do this. I don't know which one I still need for that. Alola Raichu, I need a single Raichu for that. And the facing the Furfrou League is one of the more annoying parts. Because I need to train up 6 Furfrous to, what is it, like level 60, 70? Defeat the Elite 4, and then... Even then, still, I need to be the champion. I've seen most of these quests already. And this one is still highly annoying, but I'll get to those on my own time. Because I am still playing this game. As of now, it's been, I think, 10 days since the release. It's currently the 27th of October, so by the time this comes out, it'll probably be somewhere along the lines of November, depending on where my episodes are on the full stream channel. And I have an update of my own. Our team recently detected some sort of flying object approaching Lumia City. We have... Thanks to the effort of the very best trainers at Team Flare to offer. I see, so they... Yeah, I do wonder, where is the Elite Four? Where's Clement? Where's Diantha? Alright. This is a simulator of some sort we're going into now, then? I'll battle Victory Bell. Well, I'll battle Halucha first, actually. So this is a simulator that I can do. Is this something that's going to be unlocked after this? Oh god, it's this music again. But now I need to do it by myself. I guess. Okay. Let's see, it's still focused on me, that's good. Is it dropping evolution? It still is, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. There we are. Oh, he's channeling up. Whatever the hell that was. I don't remember what this was. Oh, okay. Cool, Holucha. Very cool. How about another discharge? How about another crunch? How about another discharge? How about another crunch? I fucking love Mega Electros. That the most designs that I adore, especially with the newer ones, is the ones that are basically an extended version of the regular Pokemon. Like Electros, like... Oh, there's quite a few of them. Oh, oops. There's quite a few of them. Holucha is an extended version, but there's some Pokemon that are vastly different. I mean, if you take a look at... fuck me, I can't even name one. I can... Oh, well. I guess I better finish this first before I take a look into the Mega Evolutions. I already did my... do I like this game or not? So... And I'm also glad that there's still a ton to do after you beat the main game, I guess. This is also what I think the first game that I actually probably am gonna play a second time someday in the future. I haven't had that for quite a while. But one thing that I like the most about the newer designs, or some of the newer designs, is that they actually focus on keeping the original design intact and not changing anything. It's weird to explain, but it's things like Electros, Venipede, and shit like that I actually do enjoy. Whilst kind of Meganium kind of sucks in that regard, to be honest. The reason why Meganium sucks is specifically because of the fact that Meganium is like, it's just Meganium but with a few leaves, and that's a little too simple. Don't get me wrong, I still like them simple. But I don't know, the designs have to be a little extra, you know? I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. Even if I wanted to wait until later, I probably don't have the capability, especially not in English, to let you in my brain what I exactly mean by, well, this specifically. And that's one thing that I hate. I really hate it when I am trying to communicate stuff and not a whole lot of sense comes out, I guess. You know, there's not a whole lot of words that come out of my mouth to explain what I like about specifically the new megas. There's some goofy looking ones which I could care less about. I do like Mega Starmie, but mainly because of the memes. It's not because Mega Starmie is actually a really cool design on Starmie. They could have done a little bit more with Starmie, and there's also quite a few Starmie haters. I'll take on a Victory Bell next. I also haven't really checked in with the lore just yet. For most of these Pokemon. I do know that this thing actually chokes itself, so it doesn't spit out any poison. But what do I need for this? I think I need this. Oh yeah, this one was the Seed Burmer. You're not gonna make that one, are you? Oh, he is. That's cool. Oh god. It's trying to keep in its own acid, because otherwise it'll spill everywhere. That's why it's choking itself. Although I don't really like the design too much. The lore behind it is well, not necessarily fascinating, but it's cool. It's just... It doesn't really do too much. If you... the design doesn't really do too much for me. The design specifically is objective. The lore also, in a sense. I am hoping that the next... the quest for Xerneas is different from this one. Because I'm not really enjoying doing these again. No, my take on the bigger bosses specifically, I don't really like them. Sometimes they take way too long, and when they don't, there's still something about them which they could have done differently. Okay, so here we go. We have another Mucus Fest. Oh. Did you just Vine Whip? Oh, Ripperoni Chandelure. Okay, what do I need now? I should probably get another poison type out. Although I don't think this thing has anything. You don't have anything super effective against this guy, do you? You do, but he's also super effective against you. I do think that I need a physical set for Starmie, because the main reason Starmie gain lags is because his physical form is well used. I think it's base 125 attack or something. Okay. Let's evolve this as well. And then put it back in. Hopefully this will work. I also enjoy how it just... Did that work? I can't see if that actually worked. It rotates his legs instead of the back. What are you gonna do exactly? Are you gonna do that again? Okay. I guess not. Do another ice beam. And that'll be it for you, I guess. Unless you can do another? Yes, you did another, probably. Yeah, I'll throw in the Regalts now. Don't know if that actually hit. Don't think so. Or it just didn't do anything. Yeah, most of what I still have left is neutral. But I don't get the poison effect anymore. Oh, there's more Mega there. Y'all mind? Yeah, the designs for this specific game, the Mega designs are either goofy as fuck or really, really fucking cool. Most of the Pokemon that have Armored designs, I don't really like the except for Scolipede. Scolipede is a good one, but there's also there's quite a few in between those that I really don't like. I think that these 6, despite Meganium being lackluster at best, are still good. The ones that I have in my team. That's why I went for them. Yes, I'll battle Tyranitar as well. This one is the easiest because it has a 4 times weakness. Usually I go for 4 times weaknesses straight away, but I have a Scrafty that has Power Up Punch and Break Break, so this one shouldn't do too much damage against me, hopefully. Alright, Scrafty. Oh, no. Let's go! Oh. Are you getting Mega? Brother. Oh, I'm gonna do so much damage. Then another Break Break. Then another Ice Punch. Then another Break Break. Oh. Then another Break Break. And then an Ice Punch. And I'm gonna keep you in here. Oh, shit. Scheiße. Oh, he's angry, isn't he? Oh, shit. What'd I do? You do realize that you're in a simulation, right? Oh, he angry. He angry as fuck now. Can I also have that one? Okay. That should be enough for now. Because he will be channeling the Stone Edge in every corner. Yeah, this one ain't so hard to avoid. Unless you're called Hardy, apparently. Ah, it ain't that hard. Yeah, you'll be doing... Ouchie, wow, what the fuck? Where do you want to go from here? What else do I still got? I can still use this, I guess. Wait, how the fuck did you get here? Let me actually make sure that I don't get any more hits in. Because the screen is slowly but surely a little bit turning too red for my liking. There we are. Why are you still using Giga Impact on me? What the fuck did I do? You're part of a simulation. Oh my. I was about to say, when am I getting more mega? No balls. Doesn't really do anything. Oh yeah, the Giga Impact has recoil damage. Okay, we need to dispatch him quickly. Oh, motherfucker! Yeah, I'm sorry, Starmie. This motherfucker has a little bit too much going on apparently. What the fuck? Ever since Crafty died, there's not really a whole lot I'm doing anymore in terms of damage. Oh, great. I need to get out of there. Fine, we'll go with Meganium instead. You can use Giga Impact, isn't it? Yes. You can use Giga Drain on him. You can use Leaf Blade on him. You can use Dazzling Gleam on him since he's also Dark type. You can use Giga Drain again on him. He's also using Giga Drain on me. Oh, Tyranitar, you piece of shit. There's two things here. First of all, I'm better at the game. Second of all, some of the attacks are annoying to dodge. With also an addition to, well, this. For some reason, this is also part of it. But I'm gonna use a Max Revive really quick because I'm kind of fucking tired of not being able to use Crafty anymore. He's the only guy I need for this one. Will you fuck off already? Why is this even a thing? Why do they keep following you? Why don't they just fucking use Giga Impact and just do like so? He's gonna use Crunch. Oh, you use Outrage. Actually, I already clicked that button, but okay. Go. Again. And again. Oh. Like I said, sometimes they take way too long. The effort you need to make for some of these. Oh. That took 20 minutes of my time, so yeah. Hence why I wanted to end it last episode, but okay. And you're truly impressive to have soundly defeated 3 Mega. Yes. What is it? Understood. So the flying object has finally reached the borders of Lumios. Please notify nearby residents. Yeah, I still need 3 Pokemon for my complete Pokedex. One of them is Xerneas, one of them is Yveltal, and the last one is Zygarde. So that's all that I need. And yes, I will also be playing the DLC when it comes out. It's another $30, and I don't really have the money, but you know, I started this. It's a better game than Sword and Shield. It's a better game than Scarlet and Violet. It's on par with Legends Arceus, which I don't think Legends Arceus had in the DLC, for what I can remember. Is he? Well, I guess we're going there then. I also think I need some Ultra Balls. I still don't have any Master Balls yet, because the only Master Ball you can get currently, at least, is there. And I still have to do quite a few things. I still have to smash some Mega Crystals. I hope that this is the last one that I need to fucking smash. You have to win Pokemon battles. Keep in mind that I did a little bit more battles than you would usually do, because I'm also doing the side quests and everything, and sometimes Night will just turn around. I would train my Pokemon. I got to 400 plus battles, barely over 400 battles with the entirety that is the storyline. They want you to do, in order to get the Shiny Charm, level 50 in this, they want you to do 1000 battles. This is the second to last quest. And I also need to catch dragon types and filling up the Poke. Yeah, this is also another thing. But yeah, the 4 out of these 5 are easy-ish. Some of them even go together, so. I'd like to do some shopping. Can I buy some balls? I'll just go with 41. There we go. We need to be up there, don't we? How do I even get there? I don't know. How do you get there? Is there a ladder somewhere nearby? I don't think so. Yeah, this is how it looks now. It looks like Paris. Even more like Paris. I actually do like the fact that only the structure is left and not the entirety of Lumio's tower. You know, the inside structure, the frame is still left, and that was basically just fucking the Eiffel Tower. It's a nice little idea and a little nod to France as well. Oh, I think this is where I need to go up then. Hello, Petret. I have managed to get 5 shinies, by the way. 5 shinies. The one that started it all is the Talonflame up here. I got this in the very first Wild Zone that I went in. And then, yeah, this shiny... fuck me, what is it called again? The shiny Fletchinder came by. Fletchling came by. And I managed to get a Skiddo as well. This one is kind of forced, the Skiddo, because I used one of those, well, not necessarily glitches, but one of the more, I guess, suspicious ways to get one, because this one is the one that you can catch. I think it's in this Wild Zone? Yeah. Well, what a coincidence that it's this Wild Zone. But basically, this Wild Zone allows you to go up and down that tower you see in the middle there. And what it does, it resets the Pokemon, and it also resets the fact whether they're shiny or not. Which is solid, of course. So I basically abused that. It's not something that they... it's not necessarily a glitch, at least I wouldn't say it's a glitch. But I also wouldn't call it a fair way of doing it, so I'm not calling it a fair shiny. I also got a shiny Baneri, which was just standing somewhere. And then I also got the shiny Mareep, which is forced on you, and a shiny Esper, which isn't forced on you. But the shiny Mareep is a quest, much like the shiny Ponyta. Oh, for God's sake. No. You know what? Never mind. You go and beat up that Weedle. This should be it then? He just comes out of the sky. Hey. Why are they even here? How did I get there exactly? I was standing in... Oh, you know what? No, I don't really give a flying fuck. Is this a boss battle as well? Because if that's the case... Oh. If that's the case, then... Oh. Catch you. Oh, is that... Oh, is that all? Okay. Why was I there then? Just put me over here straight away. Hello, kind sir. I'm gonna do this just in case, you never know. 52 hours of playtime. Yeah, this game is a ton more playtime than I initially anticipated. I thought it was like 20-25 hours. I think you can do it in 20-25 hours if you don't do the side quests and don't do anything in terms of catching Pokemon. We've detected the Veltal's life force. I thought he was the one that takes. How does he have life force exactly? I suppose you must have found it. The Veltal's an extremely... I would trust you will take care. And you know you've got to catch it, right? It's a big job, but you ought to be up to it. Okay. He's kind of smaller than I thought. This is the X and Y legendary music. Oh, you've level 3. The motherfuck! What do you mean you're level 75? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got like 0 chance to catch this bitch right now. You can do one more discharge. Get your ass back here. Oh, why are you using... Get another Ice Beam going. Get another Thunderbolt going. Make sure he doesn't focus on me. No, trouble. Let's see if this works. Okay. Sure. That's, I need to actually jolt that one down. So, Xerneas. You never stop surprising me to think that you will be able to conquer even Yveltal. I had a fucking... What do you call it? I fucking used Zygarde, Mega Zygarde myself. Well, did I use it myself or was that specifically from his POV? Oh no, only becoming the greatest I can be. Oh, well, he's moved on, okay. You can clearly see the Mega Evolution rings. Do they have that on in the main game? Or do they put those on once you realize that they are Gresham and Griselle? Want to talk about it? Ralts just is kind of regular, and God of War fucking dukes because God of War fucks off immediately because you can catch God of War here, and as soon as she sees you, she's gone immediately. And I need to talk about the creation, the life creator, the Xerneas mofo, which is the other one that we need. But I'm glad we got or Yveltal already. I don't know if Xerneas is if Geomancy is also a really good thing here, much like in the original game. Which floor would you like to go to? The director's office. Alright. Now they are hit with the tourists. We can handle that without more funding. This idiot mayor is going to be the death of me. Is imbecile even allowed? That doesn't mean there aren't other threats. Lumia's designs are all there. Such as? There's no books I can read in, can I? No. could have at least given me the outside look instead of this 3D blurred looking thing, but okay. The Mabel Stable. You must have something pretty annoying to ask me if you've come all the way to my office. Lysandra did mention something. Even after years on the straight and narrow, I still can't escape my past. And alright, I guess I can't avoid it forever, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what I know. There's 12 legendary Pokemon in the Kalos region. The one that takes, otherwise known as Yveltal, and the one that gives, usually called Lasunius. Usually? What do you mean, usually? I know quite a bit about the two since Team Flare tried its hand at capturing them both. Yeah, enlighten me. But to share something important, so I need you to pay attention. We've been getting some strange readings lately from the wild zones around town. If I had to point a theory, I'd say it's almost like the areas have been bathed in Lasunius' life energy. In every wild zone where we detected these readings, we've seen a certain kind of Pokemon appearing without fail. They're alpha Pokemon, not the usual kind. Something's not right about them. These anomalous alphas have to be connected somehow to Lasunius, the one that gives. And even if they aren't, I guess we still ought to take care of them. Alphas always spell danger. I'm sure you can tell where this is going, right? It's a catch, or defeat the okay. The anomalous alphas, which is basically another extra. Please don't tell me that these are the same battles as the rogue battles I did before this. It's already 4 PM. Time goes fast. When I came over, it was barely 1 PM. It's already 4 PM. What the fuck? Okay, so she said 3, 5, and 9. Right? Okay, so this should be one. An anomalous alpha Pokemon. It's an anomaly, so it's weird. Wonder what the alpha Pokemon here is. Level 75 would be my best guess. 70, okay. Oh, these aren't so bad. As long as you don't focus on me, Steelix. You know I love you. But I just can't take this. Boom. There was, I think it was 3, 5, and 9 from the top of my head. So number 9 is over here. This is the... Oh, it's... Oh, my... Yeah, this is one of my least favorite wild zones because it's quite compact. There's much to be left discussed here. Let's see what the mega here is. Or the anomalous. Is it on the court? Would be nice if it was on the court. So Sableye. We're just gonna ignore you. I do hear an alpha. Oh, that's... It's just an alpha Sableye. That doesn't really matter. Must be someone on the roofs by the looks of it. You can use Rock Alpha all you want, Kadabra. Still after me, huh? Could be this... Well, you tell me which one it is. What do you mean anomalous? I'll just let the game go from day to night, yeah. Hopefully it goes by pretty damn soon, because I don't want to take all too long. What's all this about anyway? Got quite a few emails, nobody cares. Battle zone activated. I honestly thought that the multinational Quasardico Inc. was the bad guy in this game, and I'm honestly surprised to see that it isn't. Okay, half of the alphas I see now are gone, but looks of it, it's a Meowstick. It's not. Okay, cool. But you somehow survive. I'm double your level. And you're still focused at me. That's fine with me. It makes sense that it's not a Meowstick because you can catch Aspers here. There's quite a few Pokeballs that I missed. Like I said, I didn't really like this one too much. My brain is rotting already. I need something that is level 70. Let me just grab the Ultra Ball. What are you? You're level 28, nobody cares. There must be a Pokemon somewhere that is level 70. If she even said number 9. I remember she said 3 and 5. I don't remember whether she said 9. Scarbink here. There's another screw over there. Okay. I don't see any other Pokemon up there either. Is there anything below here then? There must be one of those Pokemon somewhere. Must be here somewhere. It can't be that it's hiding. Especially not if it's an alpha Pokemon. I think I found it. It's not. It's not. Well, fuck me, then I don't know anymore. I'll just go to number 5 then. Then we'll look for the other one. Maybe it's number 8. She said either 8 or 9. Where's number 5 exactly? Was it down here? No? Here's number 5. This one has a little bit more space to work with. Which is, of course, solid, because that's all we need. Why do I look light? Yeah, I know the sun is shining outside, but makes me look like a saint. Okay. Mega Gallade. Or regular Gallade, I mean. What do I do here? Are you gonna use Swords Dance? And then what? Oh, you focus it on her, okay. Damn, that shit do too much damage! There we are. That should be the second one. She gave me a research, didn't she? 3, 5, and 9. Or catch them either works. Okay, so there is one in number 9, but it's just not showing up just yet then. I look like a fucking ghost. What the fuck is happening? Maybe it's... I think the camera has got some sunlight. Maybe that's the... There we are. There should be a little bit more realistical light before I turn into a real ghost. Okay. What do we got? Rick actually defeated the final boss last night. And he thought it was a cool one. We are basically on the same level here. We both think it's a 7.5. And we don't think it's more than that because the graphics are holding it back. The textures and the graphics. And look, it's not... The graphics are not that bad. It's just... It's hindering, I would say. When you stand still for too long, they are getting kind of annoying. But if you're just walking in the town, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's the biggest problem in the world. Hence why it's also getting a 7.5 on the scale of Harley. Guys, there should be an alpha here somewhere. You can just tell me if it's somewhere around here, if I'm close or not. Here's a regular Marwell, nobody cares. That's a regular Kadabra. I need a level 70 thing. Must be somewhere I haven't been yet. What is this later? The end, okay. Yeah, I'll go up. Must be at the roof of the Marwell building then? I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know. Where is it? I think it's on top of that building, so let me go over there. Do I get off? I think I need to go here. Yes. And then I need to go here because the Marwell building is down there. This should lead me up to the Marwell building. Took me a while to actually get a Marwell because even if you beat them, they're like 50% chance or something with an Ultra Ball and they just won't sit. Oh. I think I found the issue. Hello. Get a Dazzling Gleam. Kind sir. Get a Giga Drain. Kind sir. Get a Leaf Blade. Kind sir. And get another Dazzling Gleam. Kind sir. Took too long. Bye. There. Another 1k points. We zoom in. Yes. What? Oh. Okay. But we need to go back to... Boom. We can go back to Mabel now. This was a far easier quest, or a far less annoying quest. I don't know, the boss battles, I don't mind them. Some are kind of unfair because there are relentless attacks that it's pretty much impossible to beat. And at other times, it's fine. But some of them just take way too fucking long. It's like they have way too much HP for what they actually should have for a simple, easy to beat. I wouldn't necessarily say this game is hard at all. It's fair, but you know, even when you're doing like 4 times damage, it's still you still need like 5 to 10 minutes on average. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to simple boss fights. Maybe that's the problem. I did get 1k extra points, so thanks for that. I thought that it was already in Lumio City. There's only one way to make sure we avoid another disaster, so this must be called. Why Wild Zone 11? Why specifically Wild Zone 11? What is with Wild Zone 11 that the others don't have? Even, I don't think that there is really such a thing. By the way, this OST is a fucking banger. The nighttime theme in Lumiose doesn't get annoying whatsoever. The daytime theme, same thing. They don't get annoying at all, which leads me to believe that they thought of this because they realized that you would be in Lumiose 99% of the time, with the other 1% being side quests in either the sewers or the other parts of the game. Or in the Pokemon Center, for example. But most of the time you would be in Lumiose. And if you hear the same music the whole time, you would start to get a little annoyed, probably. But they made sure it's really fucking jazzy, so you don't really get annoyed too much. And I really, really like that. Even after 50 hours of this theme, or well, pretty much, let's just say a good 25 hours, 30 hours, I'm still bopping. Because I like the theme. And it doesn't get old. It's jazzy as fuck. That's basically what I'm saying. The same goes for the day theme. And I know that Kalos specifically, the entirety that is a region, has the same thing. Kind of like a jazzy feeling. One of my favorite OSTs, one of my favorite soundtracks, is the Coumarine City theme. It's just so soothing, you know. I tend to get myself in that music from time to time and just close my eyes and just fall asleep to it, because it's just a good fucking theme, man. I really, really enjoy music when it comes to Pokemon games, regardless of the other problems that I have with some of these games. One thing that I'll always be joyful for is this game, or pretty much every Pokemon game, having a good OST. Legends Arceus had a good OST. Sword and Shield, even though I didn't really like the games as much as I did, had a good OST. There's also this theory about if we're 2 generations later, the generations that came second to last, before that, gets appreciated more. Which means that we are currently in Generation 9. Alola should be appreciated more. But I actually did already appreciate Alola. There's like this theory where basically people say, oh, this game is shit. And then 2 generations later, they find out that, oh, maybe it wasn't that bad after all. But the reason why that has happened thus far is because ever since Generation 4, because ever with Generation 5 started, that actually started happening. Because it's a theory that came around Black and White. Is because the Pokemon company, or well, this is my theory on that theory, why that is a thing, because I do see a lot of more Sword and Shield appreciation posts, although I do like the graphics in the main area. It's just not that the Wild Zone, where you spend like 80% of the fucking game. I had it the wrong way, didn't I? Yeah, fuck me, why did I went that way? Never mind. 80% of where you spend the game is the wild area. I almost forgot what I want to say. That 80% of where you actually spend the game is the wild area there, which isn't the best zone. It kind of looks like this, kind of looks bland, you know? I wouldn't say this game looks bad necessarily, it's just that the Switch can do better, and Pokemon can definitely do better. And they should have. And I'm surprised they didn't in terms of textures. Because putting this out as the Pokemon Company is abysmal. And like I said, this is specifically my take on the graphics and not necessarily anything else. I could care less about the rest of the game. Okay, so it should be somewhere around here. Hola, señor. I will investigate this grass patch. Yeah, that'll be it. Look at you, you elegant motherfucker. He's like, sup, bitch, come get me. He knew I was here. He 100% knew I was here. I wonder if these are shiny locked. But yeah, that theory, my theory on why people appreciate it more is mainly because the newer Pokemon games tend to be worse than the game before that, and because that happens every it happens every 2 generations, because there's quite a few games that come in between. There's like 3 to 4 games in between that make people realize how good they had it to begin with. For example, let's take a look at Generation 6. Generation 6 was X and Y. If you compare that to Sword of Shield looks worse than X and Y does, and X and Y also has more to offer than Sword of Shield does overall. Sword of Shield only has that fucking tower and needs a DLC to stand on its own. X and Y didn't have to. X and Y missed a lot of post-game as well. But Sword of Shield came out, people started appreciating Sword of Shield more. Now that we're almost in Generation 10, people are starting to appreciate Sword of Shield more. Because there is still quite a lot of missing from a main game, you know? The only reason why the games are better, quote-unquote, is because they had DLC, which should have been in the main game to begin with. Sword and Shield is still not worth, even after 5 years, is still not worth $90. Same goes for that other... I don't know if I did that yet, but... fucking Scarlet Violet is not worth the $90 I paid for it, mainly because of the fact that it runs like shit on the Switch 1, and I keep in mind I'm doing everything on the Switch 1 because the Switch 2 is fucking expensive, and I also want a PS5 someday. It's fucking expensive. $500. I'm not one of those people that can throw money at this. I know I do record, but there's no one watching, so. Okay, what do I got against this? I guess it's just gonna be you then, huh? Maybe I should... No. Do I? Fuck it, let's go. Gonna use Geomancy on me. Yeah, but I think that's a good theory, because Generation 5 was filled to the brim with post-game material. It was one of the best games, might be the best game that Pokemon has to offer. Ow. Oh, wait, you're... Yeah, I have that a lot, so... Lead. Why are you using that on me? You're poisoned now, that's good. Stop. Let's see if he stays in. Nope. I don't think you have much choice, buddy. He didn't really have much choice there. He must stay in, otherwise he's a goner. Mable. What are those heals? I just realized you have heals on of some sort. But what you just had to do, yeah. Well, I think that controlling it right now was easier than you had to do 5 years ago. It's quite the opposite, Mabel. Mable. Je m'appelle. Sacre bleu. Je t'adore. Mable. I'm kind of losing the plot here. Hey, you still haven't finished it? No, because you fucking annoy me. Okay. I can throw off Yveltal as well. Then the only thing I still need is Zygarde. And there's a Clawitzer to my right, isn't it? Couldn't see that coming. Alpha Slowbro. Are we still doing anything else? Maybe when I actually, I think you need to do this like 10, 20 times. Do the ticket, get a ticket, battle somebody. If I did that like 20 times, maybe I'll come back and record that semi to last session. But by the looks of it, I am quite done with the main quest because I don't see any quest anymore, except for this one, which it doesn't really say anything. Just keep on battling. No, yeah, I also got this still, but yeah, that's something that I'll do in the meantime on my own. Which I haven't done yet. Do I already have enough mega shots? I don't, because I need like 240 now, because I already got these. Yeah, I need 240, 240, 240, yeah. Okay. But yeah, let me talk a little bit more about the theory that I had about the theory that people start to enjoy the Pokemon games more as soon as the others come out. The reason why I think people do that, again, is because whenever a new generation rolls around, especially since Generation 6, they have gotten worse over time. Some are a little bit better, you know, but the trend keeps going down and down. And hopefully, this game kind of stops that trend of the games going downhill. Because this has been a lot better than Sword and Shield, as well as... what was it called again? Scarlet Violet. And there's a difference between criticizing the game, because what I do is I criticize these games, but I still think I am having an enjoyable time. I did enjoy this. Would I say I would recommend this game to others? Yes. Would I say that it is the best game that Pokemon has to offer? On the Switch, definitely. Outside of the Switch, not at all. Not at all. There's so many better games that you can play in terms of Pokemon, which are spin-offs as well, which are so much better than what this game has to offer. It's just wow. It's baffling how much worse these games are in comparison to what we had before. But that's what I think. Why people manage to stay in touch with that theory. Why people want to continue saying like, oh, people are still enjoying Sword and Shield now. Yes, they are enjoying Sword and Shield because Scarlet Violet came afterwards. They are enjoying X and Y more because we got Sword and Shield eventually. And Sword and Shield was an empty barren wasteland. It still is, actually. This game, as much as I like it, doesn't really have anything to offer in except for the side quests. You know, you unlock new areas, new parts become wild zones. You get Pokemon centers, you get cafes. You can make photos, but you can do a little parkouring. I am listing a lot of options, but honestly, it's not really... It kind of misses a few mechanics still. And don't get me wrong, I like it. I like this game better than Scarlet and Violet. Mainly because they focus on the storyline. The characters are also solidly or better written than like people like Hop, Bean and whatever. And hopefully they continue this. And focus on the textures as well. Because what I've heard is that they are focusing on Pokemon Wind and Waves for Generation 10. And that it's like a sort of sandbox that just keeps on... What is wrong with the textures here? Why is the game doing this? Maybe the glitches are turning out now that I'm completely done with the game. But overall, I would say that this game has been a blast to play. I need to be there still, wow. Yeah, I do really fucking enjoy this game. Because it's actually a good game. They thought of most of the things. Of course, like I said, the graphics, the textures. I can overcome them. That's why I said in the prior video that I give this like a 7.5. Because it's not like the biggest game of the year or something. But they did manage to... Huh, didn't expect that was gonna happen, but okay. I didn't expect Game Freak to pull another good one. I didn't have any expectations before I started this game. I really didn't have any expectations. And the reason why I didn't have any expectations is because they fucking disappointed me with Sword of Shield. The DLC was better. The only reason why I still play that DLC is because of... Well, I think you know. My dogs are barking at something and I don't know why. But yeah, if you're gonna make me pay another $30 for another DLC, which should have been in the main game to begin with, I feel like the games nowadays have probably half as much to offer as Generation 4 or 5. Especially 4 and especially Generation 5. Black and White too. The amount of shit you can do post-game is immaculate. It's... Holy shit, there's so much stuff you can do there. In the post-game. And it's all... It all works, you know? They thought of the mechanics, they thought of even the little things. And I really, really enjoy that when they do that in the game. This game... Meh... You know? I mean, the parkouring could have been better. It's not worse per se. It's not like it's the end of the world. But it's a funny little thing that they haven't done yet, so I'm cool with it, you know. Like I said, it's a 7.5. It's not like it's a 9.9. If you do want my opinion about the games, though, I did post it somewhere here. Yeah, here it is. I did do it here. My top favorite Pokemon games of all time. And the reason why these are not in order for number is because I enjoy them differently, I would say. It's not like this should be my favorite Pokemon game of all time to come back to because it's a 9.8 out of 10. But let me start at the back here. We got Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. Honestly, the only thing that Hoenn is known for in my book is, especially Emerald and such, is the amount of water that is in the game. Yes, I know, 7.8, too much water, blah, blah, blah. But the reason why I'm saying this is because there's literally too much water. Honestly, that's the only thing that's keeping it back. The amount of land you go through beforehand and then the amount of water you get in the second part of the region is the biggest nuisance that I got. Having Mega Evolution there is fine, and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire as a remake was solid. You know, the storyline was nothing to be blabbering about. But it was decent. It was more than decent, so it got a 7.5 out of 10. Number 9 is Legend CA. It should be up there. It honestly should be up there because it is a good game and I really did enjoy it. It's better than Legends Arceus in my book because I do like them. What we do with the battle mechanics. I dislike them in Legends Arceus because that's strong style. I never really used them. I could care less for them. So then up top you got X and Y. I still come back for that from time to time. But the reason why this is in 8th place and this is in 9th place, these three basically share the same spot in my heart as like a couple. They should be in top 10, but at the same time, Legend J can go to 8, Omega Ruby can go to 8. They all can go to 8 or 10. It's just depending on, you know. But I like Generation 6 as a whole. And the reason why I like Generation 6 is because it brought us Mega Evolution solely. And also because of the fact that they do have good to decent storylines. Which can't be said for other Pokemon games. And here we have another Pokemon game. Number 7 is Heart Gold Soul Silver. The reason why this is so low for me and the 7.8 out of 10 is... Well, I think my friend Nero or Dom said this as good as it can get. Heart Gold Soul Silver, although the story is good, it's decent. I kind of disagree with him there. It's decent, it's not good, it's just mid. And the second region is rushed as fuck. I don't think the second region is rushed as fuck. Johto shit for Pokemon. Yes, he holds this game very high, but he also realizes that these things are there. Johto shit for Pokemon makes sense. Johto is really a shit Pokemon game when you look at the Pokemon. Johto being focused on Kanto too much and not being able to catch a Larvitar in your own fucking region is abysmal. before the Elite Four, and the level progression is annoying as shit. The second region is rushed as fuck. Don't really think the second region is rushed. They could have level scaled that in a sense. I don't know if that might have worked, but yeah, the story is good, the story is decent. But I give this a 7.8 out of 10, mainly because it focuses too much, it tries too much to be Kanto. And the storyline is decent, like I said. The characters are decent. It holds a special place in my heart because it does the remake job really well, whereas BDSP doesn't as much. Because Heart Gold Soul Silver also has the entire battle frontier that came from Emerald and such, and it really does a good job of being not like a good Pokemon game that has 2 regions, but the Pokemon you can catch are meh. You know, beating Claire and especially beating Lance with just a regular set of Pokemon, you don't really have too many options to beat him with a Pokemon team that is really something that yeah, how do you say this properly? You can't really defeat Lance without making a team customized for him, because otherwise he'll sweep you with 3 Dragonites. Yes, you can do an Ice Pokemon, but you can't really do your own favorites, especially not because there's not a whole lot of Pokemon in there that are good to begin with, because for every Pokemon you can name, like Quagsire and Crobat, that is in Heart Gold Soul Silver in Generation 2, and Generation 2 specifically, I can name like 3 Pokemon, and most of them are of course baby Pokemon. You also have like Sunflora, Jumpluff, which are absolutely dog shit. In most playthroughs, of course, they have their own niche things. It's not like they do, oh, you got a Chlorophyll boosted Jumpluff. Wow, it's gonna do so much more now. You need an extra Pokemon for that, or you need it to run Sunny Day or something. And that's my biggest gripe with that. Then we got Mystery Dungeon DX. This is another remake. I really enjoyed this one over the regular one because it told the story much better with a much better perspective. Much better graphics as well. Although I do think that the other graphics are better as well from the original game. They made them timeless. For some reason, Chibi art is timeless, because Generation 4 and 5, I still play them. I still think they look really fucking cool. Even if you extrapolate that into like an emulator or a bigger screen, they still look really fucking cool. Especially things like Castelia City, Verbank City. They have that vibe that I don't get from the Pokemon games nowadays. And that's why you really don't see any Generation 7, 8, or 9 standing in between here. Although, I will admit, Ultra Sun and Moon is my number 5. But specifically because it's first of all, it's a hard game, especially if you turn the XP share off. It's a really hard game for some reason, and I think it's a 8.5 out of 10 because the storyline also takes another turn. Honestly, though, from the graphics are also solid. Alola was, in my humble opinion, the last generation where we actually had a nice looking region. So yeah, that's why it's an 8.5 out of 10. Story is good, characters are solid. Yeah. Black and White is my number 4 because of the same things. Also because it got shit from most people because of the fact that Black and White was solely focused on new generation Pokemon instead of doing a little mix. But I really enjoy that. Storyline is one of the best that Game Freak ever made for a mainstream Pokemon game. It's a 9 out of 10. I don't know why it's not a 10 out of 10. I think because Black and White 2 does it better. Black and White 2 really does it better than Black and White does in terms of having a ton of content even post-game. The replay value up for especially the top 4, or well, the number 1, number 2, and number 4 Pokemon game, Black and White 2 Platinum, it's replay value. So the amount of times I replay these games, the same goes for Heart Gold Soul Silver, but a little bit less. That's why it's also later on. I care much for replay value, but for the top 5 is damn high. Ultra Sun and Moon, not really, because the cutscenes, you know, there's a few things that I kind of hate about about Ultra Sun and Moon, and the cutscenes are, especially in the beginning, because replay value is something that also you need to get into the game straight away, you know, it doesn't need to explain. And the biggest issue with most of the Pokemon games, especially nowadays, also Legends EA, is they tend to over-explain things that most people already know, because people that will play this game, I think 99% of them are not new players to Pokemon. They probably have done the Legends series as well. Although, I will admit, the storyline in Legends Arceus kind of went over my head because I didn't really care for Legends Arceus too much at the time. And by now, I'm kind of regret that because I didn't do any side quests on stream. I just did the main quest and then I started catching every Pokemon or something. I didn't even do that. Didn't even get to Arceus. That's why I did it with ZA, and I'm one Pokemon away, which is Zygarde, but we'll get to that later. Then number 3. This is my probably my favorite Pokemon spin-off of all time. It's also the highest score I will give any Pokemon game. The amount of care, the amount of passion, the amount of love given to Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, or as we like to call it, PMD EOS, which is stretching it for an acronym, but okay, is the best storyline, hands down the best storyline that any Pokemon game thus far, official Pokemon game of course, has to offer. I might have, I haven't played all the games, but I like Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon Colosseum. I don't even know if Pokemon Colosseum has a good storyline, or if it even has a storyline at all, or Pokemon Battle Revolution for that matter, so things like on the Xbox and Wii I haven't really played. But the Mystery Dungeon, I've played all the DS games, except for Pokemon Ranger, because I just can't get into that for some reason. It's not my cup of tea. But Explorers of Sky, the entire Mystery Dungeon series, up until, I think it was like Generation 5 or something, when you get the Gates to Infinity, it kind of becomes a little bit meh. It's not bad, but it's more like meh. But EOS has the best storyline of any game, hands down. The amount of... and also the graphics are solid for a DS game. The amount of mechanics that are in there, and that they have thought of that a lot. They really have thought of that game's mechanics a lot. And it's getting a 9.8 out of 10. This is just a small little nitpicks that I have with the... Maybe it's kind of the difficulty, I don't know why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10. I'm really fucking critical when it comes to pretty much anything. So a 10 out of 10 would be perfect, but 9.8 out of 10 is as perfect as it can get for me, and especially in terms of Pokemon. There's nothing that I really can think of my head right now, on top of my head. Maybe a little loophole that they... Or a little... what do you call it? Yeah, maybe a little hole in the story that they left or something. Yeah, maybe a couple loopholes. Maybe that's what I'm thinking here. But there's not really one thing that comes to mind when it comes to Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky not being a 10 out of 10. The reason why I gave it a 9.8 out of 10 is because I'm not entirely sure right now, and I wasn't back then when I made this list, which is like 4 days ago by now. So then number 2 is Black and White. The reason Black and White 2 specifically, the reason why that is the case is because it's just Black and White but plus. I still have the original copy that I bought, or I got like 15 to, I think it's about almost 20 years ago by now. It's still working. Everything works just fine. It's also like quadrupled or fucking pentat in value, like 5 times more. Storyline is solid. It basically focuses on Black and White, but sequel, of course. And then my absolute favorite, this is biased, that's why I said don't look at the grades I'm giving them, because otherwise this would be on top. But Platinum has a special place in my heart. I started off with Diamond and Pearl, and then I got Platinum for my like 8th birthday or something, or 9th birthday, and I don't remember when exactly that was, when Platinum came out. But I have played that game so many times, I pretty much know every single Pokemon you can catch there, where you can catch them, what levels they can be on, what Pokemon plus levels, maybe even plus moveset. I think movesets is really stretching it. There are. It just holds a special place in my heart, and it's only a 9 out of 10 because it does have a few nitpicks, you know. Most of the Diamond and Pearl things are fixed, but I don't know why I still put this here. Black and White 2 is slowly overtaking it as my favorite, because the more I play this, the more I'm like, this is better than Platinum in my book. The reason why this is still number 1 is bias. This is literally just bias why it's still number 1, because this should be number 1 by now, or maybe this should even be number 1. So maybe I should just switch these two around. In terms of storyline, definitely Mystery Dungeon goes up top there, and it doesn't go down anyhow. But here you go. Here's my take on everything Oh yeah, this was me and Chandelure when I was planning on going to the tower to fix it, or well, actually destroy it. But here we are. These are my takes on these games from the Switch era. Sword and Shield was a 6 out of 10. It was the most mech game that Pokemon has ever made, mainly because the lack of story. Also, the characters feel out of place for me, or they don't really resonate with me in any way whatsoever, so they don't really do it for me. BDSP overall, I would say out of 10, because 8 out of 10, specifically because of the fact that BDSP is based on Diamond and Pearl, as you might know. It still has the features from Diamond and Pearl. It still has the Pokédex from Diamond and Pearl. That is the problem, of course. But you still, there's a few things that they could have done, that they could have gotten from Platinum, which I think they should have done. But from a remake perspective, it gets a 6 out of 10 because it really didn't do anything. It stayed too close to the original source, and it kind of lacked in the other department where Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, as well as Heart Gold and Soul Silver, do much better in terms of being a remake. You know, being a new. I don't know how they could have incorporated Dynamax. Personally, I would have just incorporated Mega Evolution / Z moves there, because Dynamax is just one of the shittiest things they've ever done. I think Terrestrialization is better, Z moves is better, and Mega Evolution is the best gimmick that they've ever done. But that's, of course, this is all just my opinion. But from a remake perspective, it got a 6 out of 10 because it didn't really got the everything out of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Let me actually rephrase that. The reason why I think it's a 6 out of 10 from a remake perspective, and overall I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, first of all, it's still Diamond and Pearl, which is a good game. And it also still has that Platinum aspect to it, which is solid, but it had to do more as a remake. Give us a battle frontier, you know? Why didn't you pull that from Platinum? Why did you... The Underground is fine. I'm fine with the Underground being the way it is. I enjoy that. But... Legends Arceus is a 7.7 out of 10. The reason why I rank this higher than Legends ZA, in terms of just great, and the reason why it's not in here, is specifically because the storyline makes it better, the graphics are better, but I didn't really get into the whole gimmick of the game being agile style and everything. And the whole catching, then the mechanics should be fleshed out, especially the crafting there. I find it so annoying to craft in Legends Arceus. And same goes for Scarlet and Violet, by the way. The reason why that's being pulled down is graphics, textures, because that's a 6.5 out of 10. I already did Mystery Dungeon, so I'm going to lose that. Scarlet and Violet, textures, graphics, story is decent. It's one or two steps down from decent. It's like a semi-mid, if that's even a thing. That's the only thing. It's still up, like a 6.5. It's better than Sword and Shield in a plethora of ways, but not in terms of graphics, because Sword and Shield is better in graphics, and it also runs much better. Scarlet and Violet is probably the worst optimized game for the Switch 1 that I've ever experienced, and especially the worst optimized Pokemon game. I'm surprised they haven't loaded a patch for that yet. It's been 2 years ago since Scarlet and Violet started, maybe even 3 years ago. It's been a while. And then, yeah, you got Legends ZA here. And my top 3 Pokemon games from the Switch: Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX, which is a remake; Legends ZA, which is the second one in this installation; and then BDSP. Yeah, there's no new generation Pokemon game here. I did enjoy my time with all these Pokemon games. Like, literally every Pokemon game I enjoy my time with, but I don't really care for going back to Sword and Shield too much, despite of the raid dance, or the one of the raid dance, the legendary raid dance. I do like those. That's about it. That's all I like about the game. I could care more for the rest of it. I did grow a kind of a nostalgia for Sword and Shield, because I was younger then. So I should be less stupid now, but I still... maybe it's because we're still getting worse games. Especially in terms of graphics. When I look at the Sword and Shield art, I get kind of nostalgic, but not for the Wild Zone. Mainly for the cities and such, because they look really good. They still did a good job with the region overall, even though I think the region could have been a little bit better, a little bit less linear. You know, maybe go back every once in a while to another city to do something there, not just be an obstacle in your way to do a gym leader for and then just go through again. But that might be me. Scarlet and Violet didn't do any world building at all, to be honest. I mean, you have the 7 sides of Paldea. I still can recite one of them from the top of my head without looking them up. Probably one of the waterfall. I think it was one of them was a waterfall. But yeah, that's my take on everything. This will be the last time that I will, well, the semi-last time, because there's still one more to go. But for now, there's still one more episode to go. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.